Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to Arcane Alchemy. If you're new here, I'm the mystical medium. I co-create with Source on this channel to bring you all of the real practical tools and messages to help you along your journey of self-healing, the process of individuation and self-actualization, the unbecoming of all that you are not and all that you told, all of the restrictions that have been placed on you, coming back to the true gnosis of who and what you are, which is an extension of Source consciousness, literally an extension of God that came to play and create in this beautiful experience of contrast, polarity, of duality, learning to rebalance. So welcome to this space. If I have popped up on your feed, it's not by chance. I have codes for you, codes that you entrusted me to give to you at the exact time that you needed them during this life journey, and the chance that you forgot your magic. So it's my honor to give these codes back to you now today. Today we're going to be talking about analysis paralysis, something that we all have dealt with at some point in our life. Some people struggle with it more than others. But I'm going to give you some practical tools and advice for things that I have found really help me when I find myself dipping into that and getting stuck. Because all of our limitations are perceived and they're all mental, right? It's all about how we are perceiving the world around us and how we're choosing to move and navigate through that. We are never actually stuck. We're only stuck as we allow ourselves to be. And what's coming to mind right now is the Eight of Swords card, which if you know tarot at all, it's a woman standing usually blindfolded, bound, and there's 8 swords around her. But the suit of swords is all about mental barriers and breaking those mental barriers. And the Eight of Swords specifically is finally releasing, finally understanding that you're the one that's been holding yourself back. And that anytime you can move through it. You just have to have the courage to step up and do the hard thing. And the only way out is through. So if you've never heard of Mel Robbins, she has this fantastic tip that is really, really helpful for analysis paralysis. So it's called 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And essentially, what you do is you know what you have to do. You know you have to get up and go do the dishes. You know you have to clean your room. You know you have to do whatever. You've been putting it off. Things have been getting worse. Things have been piling up, right? So what she does is she will literally tell herself, all right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then just get up and go. Literally, like, swing out of bed, turn the TV off, get up off the couch. Don't let your brain intercept and tell you that you can do it later, or that it's not that important, because your environment is influencing the way that you're able to show up and how much magic you are able to allow to flow through you. When your environment is cluttered, your mind is cluttered. The external reflects the internal and vice versa. Everything is a mirror. So it's really, really important that we learn to maintain. This is why doing those good, like really strong daily habits and practices, both physical and non-physical, are so important, because they help us maintain a really good base state where if we start to swing off of that a little bit, it's easier to come back. We don't get so far gone that now we have, 20 things that we need to clean and do in order to come back to that state where it's peace, where we can regulate our nervous system, where our environment allows us to relax. So one thing I have found, though, is if things do start to pile up, or if you're already at the point where they are piled up, pick one thing that feels very achievable, one thing that feels really easy to get done. So like maybe just put a load of laundry in. Just tell yourself, all right, I just got to put this load of laundry in. That's it. Set a timer on your phone so that you switch it over so you don't have to run it again because they get all mildewy and stuff. Like actually put them in the dryer, hang them out to dry. But follow through on like putting that load of laundry in. Or if you have like a whole sink full of dishes, just be like, all right, I'm going to get all of these dishes out of the sink, off to the side, so that I have my sink area. And then I'm going to wash 10 dishes, and that's it. That's all I have to do. Just 10 dishes. Follow through on that. Or if your bathroom is filthy, pick one thing that feels really, really easy and achievable and get that done. Just one small corner. Okay, I'm going to clean this shelf off. I'm going to dust this. I'm going to clean the sink. Whatever it may be. And then if it's a spiritual practice that you've been putting off and having analysis paralysis around, just tell yourself, we just have to do it for 2 minutes. Because that feels so achievable for your brain. Your brain's like, all right, I can do 2 minutes. You might still be met with resistance, but know that, especially if you use Mel Robbins 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, you're going to push past that initial activation energy that's required to get you up and get you moving. And once you do that, you'll find that you're more inspired to keep going. So that's the beautiful thing is like once we get started and once you start to make the progress, it's very rewarding for your brain. Because you're starting to see, okay, yes, I'm changing my environment now. All right, yes, I can start to relax. I can start to breathe. I finally did that thing. Write it down on a piece of paper. Make a list if you want of all the things that you need to do and be like, all right, I'm just going to do this one right now. We're just going to focus on this. And then when you get that one done, scratch it out and be like, good job, self. Speak aloud to yourself. Good job, self. We did that. Like you can even like high five yourself in the mirror and be like, good job. I'm so proud of you. This is powerful. The way that we speak to ourselves and the way that we celebrate ourselves helps us to show up in more authenticity, in more integrity, and to keep going with the things that sometimes feel really difficult. Because our brains love reward systems. And too often we don't celebrate ourselves for the things that we're doing right. We're so focused on everything that we're not doing or everything that we're doing wrong. So celebrate yourself when you move through that analysis paralysis. Celebrate yourself for just getting up off the couch. Be like, yes, we did it, self. All right, let's go. All right, we're going to clean this one shelf off now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Put on some music, put on a podcast, put on something that lifts your spirit, changes your frequency, and begin to move through the analysis paralysis, because the only way out is to move through. And the longer that you let it go, the more work you're going to have to do to get back to that base state. So don't keep putting it off. Today, choose one thing. And let me know in the comment section what that's going to be. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Love to have you around. Until next time, be the magic.